Today we've come as far as Genesis chapter 5, and this chapter is a list of genealogy from Adam. It is interesting, though, the first couple of verses here, as we look at this, Genesis chapter 5, it says, "This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day that God created man in the likeness of God, made he him, male and female created he them, and blessed them and called their name Adam in the day when they were created." And it also goes on here to show you the lineage it counts from Adam through Seth. And Adam lived 130 years and begat a son in his own likeness and after his image, and called his name Seth. God made Adam in his image, and then Seth was in the image of Adam, begat a son in his own likeness after his image, and called his name Seth. So that's an interesting point there. And it goes on here, it gives us this long line. One of the descendants of Seth that stands out to me is right here in verse 24. It says, "And Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him." And this is an example of one of the first examples of a catching away or a rapture in the Bible. Right here it says, "And Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him." So it doesn't say that he died, it's just God took him. So this is an example of a rapture. And also here we have the one man in the Bible who's lived longer than anyone else. Methuselah was the oldest man in the Bible. It says here he lived 969 years, and then he died. And then at the end of this long line, you have Noah. And so verse 32, where it talks about Noah, it's setting us up for the next few chapters. And when we get into the story about Noah and the flood on the planet, verse 32, "And Noah was 500 years old, and Noah begat Shem, Ham, and Japheth." And so all of the people that are alive today are descendants of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. We all come from this family. Just like we all come from Adam, but we also all come from this family, as we'll see in the next few chapters as we get into it. And so all of the racial divisions that we have today are basically just man-made divisions, or, people have different reasons for causing division and strife among people. But we all come from the same family. We all come from the family of Noah. So I think it's just a shame to see all the strife and the division that goes on today in the world. Well, really, we all come from the same family.